good you. Hello, welcome to another exciting edition of Dealing in the Desert. I am your humble host, Superdan. I feel like it's been a while. Has it been a while? I guess the last time we put one out was a little bit after November 6th, November 7th, which was Election Day. Well, I've been busy, but we're back. We're back with cigar review number 10. Oh yeah. Very exciting. Cigar review number 10. It's a little cold outside. It is November 20th. It's about 3 in the morning. And it's about 43 degrees. And we're doing this in the front little cove of the Chateau de Superdan. Gotta put on this thing. I gotta keep warm here. Now you may be asking yourself, Superdan, why are you doing a cigar review in 43 degree weather outside the front of your chateau at 3 in the morning? Good question. Good question. The answer is, this is the time I can do it. Got off work. I work swings, and I'm doing this for you guys. I want to get this in. Actually, I want to get this review in because tomorrow, November 21st, the ash holes are going to put out what these cigars are that I've been doing the cigar tasting challenge for, it seems like a long time now. And they're going to put out what these cigars are, and I want to put a video out for that. So I want to get this in before that. And then the other cigar, the Crowned Heads 4 Kicks Maduro Limited Edition 2016, I want to get ready to do a video for that, but I'm keeping that cigar for Thanksgiving. Around there. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have any days off this year. I couldn't get anything off. But I'm going to do what I can, because that's the way Superdan rolls. So this is the cigar in question, the Cruzado Illusione. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but it doesn't matter. It looks like a Lancero, so we're gonna go with that. Doesn't say what the size is on it, but it looks like a Lancero to me. It has a cute little pigtail at the end. We're just gonna cut that off though with the straight cutter, because I don't want to take any chances. This is a cigar I got from the Privada Cigar Club. Yeah. All right. Got a Maduro smell to it. Little spices. I think it's going to be a spicy cigar because I taste spices on the cold draw. But look, this is the write-up right here on the this column. And you know what? We're just gonna read it. All right? Why reinvent the wheel? Let me just read it to you. Once again, this is a cigar I got from the Privada Cigar Club, the Illusione Cruzado Elitas, age 4.5 years, okay? It has a Nicaraguan Criollo Risotto leaf wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and filler. I'm not going to go through all their fluff here. Just going to go over what they described about the cigar. All right, so they wanted to pick a rare stick. This is what we're holding, a Cruzado Elitas, is age 4.5 years. Okay, this is what he says. He says, I want to say this about the Cruzado. Aged this way may be the best all-around cigar the club has yet. He's not saying you'll will like it. Some more of our other favorites. He's saying all around, body, flavor, strength, and construction. It's a 94/95 rating in his book. So that's pretty good. So he's saying it's a solid cigar. like other cigars we have had more, not many, but if I had to choose only one stick to give to a person in a contest, this would probably be it. Let's blast our Illusione on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. Let them know we appreciate the support. We can get more of their word chest sticks. Okay, tasting notes: powdery, black pepper, leather, floral. I'm getting some of that pepper just on the smell. There's a funky note to this at times, like you get from a goat cheese, oak, sweetness, and tanginess, like apricot. The floral note goes violet purple at times. What just popped up? Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Hey Hula, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? You want some? You want some Cruzado? Huh? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just got a message from my bank. Everything's fine, but I'm not used to getting bank messages at 3 in the morning. Anyways, there's a funky note to this at times, like you get from a goat cheese, oak, sweetness, tanginess, like apricot. The floral note goes violet purple at times, reminding me of grape jelly near the middle. This is a cigar I would give somebody who only smokes Cubans and say, I told you so. Okay. Pairing notes: dessert, cake, pie, maybe a red wine or light beer. Well, we're not quite drinking a light beer, but we're drinking Dos Equis Lager Especial, which is not really a dark beer. Not a light beer, somewhere in the middle, so we'll just work with that, okay? Have this with your leftover pumpkin pie and whipped cream if you are lucky. Okay, so I don't have any pies or anything, but I did have some Nutter Butters. So maybe that will suffice there. Okay, so we're going to light this. This hat's bothering me. All right. We're going to light this. Here we go. I'm very excited. Here we go. All right, well, I'm definitely getting that floral note that they're talking about. Lots of leather, lots of leather. Not as spicy as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really spicy on the beginning light up, but it's not. Very nice draw to it. Not tight, not loose. Right where Superdan likes it, right in the middle. Construction is pretty solid. And the feel is not soft, not hard. Somewhere in the middle, which is great. It's fine. So far, so good. So far, so good. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. I'm going to do a retro Hale. Now I'm getting that spice. Delicious retro Hale. I can see what this guy's talking about now. Getting that black pepper, that leather, that floral. I'm getting all of it, man. We're on the same sheet of music. Me and the guy who did this write-up. I'm enjoying this cigar right now. Very delicious. Really nice, nice tastes. Let's talk about November 21st real quick. That's the day the Ash Holes podcast comes out with what these darn cigars are from the cigar tasting challenge that I've been doing for a while now. I don't know how many videos I put out now of it, at least 6 or 7. But we're going to conclude it with that video that's going to come up sometime after they make the announcement. I'll tell you that I picked the winners 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, and 14. Those were the winners that I picked throughout this cigar tasting challenge, which means the losers were 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 13. I want to know what these cigars are and if I was consistent. That's another concern of mine. I know that there were 2 cigars Superdan didn't care for. One was a nicotine bomb that made me dizzy. And another one was a Connecticut wrapper sawdust hay cigar that was, I didn't like it, and then the second time really didn't like it. So anyways, enough of that. Let's go back to the Illusione Cruzado Elitas, age 4.5 years. This is a very good cigar. I don't know how available this is. No idea. And I don't know the price either. Let me see if I can find out the price of this cigar real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so I saw that a pack of 5 of these is about $45. So it's about $9 a cigar. A little bit less than that probably for a single. Or a little bit more for that for a single. So the cigar is about probably $9 to $10. Excuse me. So that seems about right for a quality cigar like this. I could tell this is no ordinary cigar. Really good smell to it. Really nice. A leathery, peppery, floral smell. Now he says it reminds him of grape jelly near the middle. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not getting any grape jelly yet. But we're not even close to the middle yet, so there you go. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. So, of course, my cigar reviews, they're impromptu. We don't know where the conversation is gonna take us. This is a Superdan Cigar Lounge. All is welcome. Come into the light. All is welcome into the light. If you haven't seen Poltergeist, you have no idea what I'm doing. Do you believe in ghosts, by the way? I know some do, some don't, and some are sort of in the middle. I was sort of in the middle for a long time, but this is a true story. And Superdan is not that crazy. A little crazy, but not that crazy. But about maybe 4 years ago, approximately 4 years ago, 2 of our cats died. Pika and Roki. They were inseparable. My wife has had these cats for like 15 years before I met her. And what happened was that Pika died, and then Roki died about literally like 4 or 5 months later. It was the weirdest thing. The cat died, and then Roki got really sick. Just couldn't live without her. You would think only humans do that, but I guess cats and dogs can do that too, if they're close enough. Well, we took Roki to the vet, and the vet put Roki to sleep, and a couple days later, I was in the backyard, and I walked past the back sliding glass door, and I looked to my left, and on the kitchen counter, sitting on the counter, looking at me, was Roki. And I looked at it, I saw Roki. Remember, this is a couple days after Roki was put to sleep. And I was like, oh, okay, that's Roki. And then I just kept walking, and then I said, wait a minute. It hit me like a ton of bricks. That's not supposed to be Roki, right? Looked back, and he was gone. Okay, so it doesn't end there. We keep hearing these meows that we couldn't place. It sounded like the meows were in a tunnel. Okay, I didn't know we were going to talk about ghost stories here, but here we are. I really like this cigar. Anyways, we hear these meows, and then like maybe the day after or the day after that, I was in the kitchen doing something, and I heard the meow again, kind of like in a tunnel. And then I look to my right, and then I don't see the head of Roki, but I see the neck down to the body. Roki, black cat. There's no other black cats. Black cat. Walk by. I look around the counter. Nothing's there. And those were the 2 times that I think I saw something. A ghost. So I'm kind of a believer now. You know. You know, Superdan's like, you know, I don't know, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. I don't know, you know. The existence of God, aliens, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, whatever. It may be true, may not be true. I don't know. You know, who knows? You know, I've never been to Madagascar, but, you know, it might be there. All right. Enough of that conversation. We'll be right back. We're back. How you doing? We're smoking the Illusione Cruzado Elitas. I love that name. I hope I'm saying it right. We're about a third of the way in almost. I wanted to show you the ash before it falls off. Nice ash. Look at that. Isn't that a nice ash? Hey now. There's a YouTuber that I watch. His name is Andrew Nemi. You might have heard of him. You might not have heard of him. He's a poker vlogger. He does great YouTube videos. He's very well known in the poker circles as one of the top YouTubers because of his editing skills and his playing skills and his solid repertoire, I guess you could say. But he talked something about regression to the means, or things working towards a mean. Basically what he was saying is that in the short term you got volatility. Volatility is swings. In whatever game or whatever gambling or whatever the heck you do, there's swings in the short term, but in the long term you're going to get an average. You're going to get a mean. Okay? I could totally relate to what he's talking about, because the reason I mention this is because you know that Superdan's channel, Dealing in the Desert, used to be video poker in the desert, and I still play video poker from time to time. But I was on a nice winning streak for about the last month or so. I hit 4 royals, lots of deuces, played a lot of deuces wild, lots of deuces. I was just crushing it, just killing it. I knew it wasn't going to last, and it didn't last. And in the last 3 or 4 sessions, I gave back about $1,500 of the approximately $4,500 that I won. I'm a quarter player, so it's definitely, I could understand what Andrew Nemi's talking about, is that when you get these winning hot sessions, you got to understand that sooner or later you're going to have a regression towards the means. And same thing when you have a losing session. You're going to get at some point a winning session that will regress you towards that mean. Yeah, back to the cigar. Talking about regressing towards the means. I'm trying to get to the middle to see what he's talking about with this grape jelly. I think I just got to get my mind off that grape jelly and just let it come, if it comes, and just smoke it and do my experience of this Illusione Cruzado Elitas. Try not to have preconceived notions. Anyways, I'll be right back. Hey guys, miss me? Magic of YouTube, I am back. We're working towards the middle. We're getting there. We're getting towards the middle. Still enjoying the cigar. It's ramped up in strength. It started off as a weak medium. Now it's getting to be a strong medium. Whether that continues or not, I don't know. But I thought I'd take this quick opportunity to show you some of the Christmas decorations that Superdan's been working on this weekend. It's one of the many things I've been doing in this hiatus of videos, and I thought I'd show you guys real quick Superdan's decorating efforts. still some more things I have to do. It's about 90% done, but I thought I'd just show you a little bit of a pre-Christmassy feel. We haven't turned these on yet. We're waiting for the third house in our community to put up lights, and then we'll turn them on. We just want to wait a little bit longer. You know, there's still Thanksgiving, which hasn't happened yet, but it's getting close. Yeah. So the burn line's getting a little wonky. Look, can you see that? See that? Burn line got wonky. Is that a word? Wonky? Come on, come on, come on. It's cold out here. There he goes. All right. But we just fixed it. There you go. Generally, when you do touch-ups, you don't want to be smoking it right away, right after the touch-up. Give it a little bit of time, because the touch-up heats it up, and then you smoke the cigar, and the extra heat affects the taste. Usually, not in a good way. Just a little tip from your Uncle Superdan. Little tip. So, I'll talk about anything. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'll talk about. And like I said, in politics, Superdan is kind of like in the middle. There's a spectrum of left to right. And as you get to the extremes, they actually kind of come together, believe it or not. If you're super left or super right, you kind of touch each other in an interesting way. The differences are really not that much. I'm talking about the major extremes, but Daniel's kind of like in the middle, so I don't make either side really happy, but that's fine. I don't care. I like where I'm at. But, you know, I mean, I do kind of err on the side of freedom and liberty and less government, less regulations. That's just Superdan. You know, it's just the way I am. That's not to say that I am against government. I am not. I think there are programs that are important, and government does play a role in protecting the citizenry, no doubt about it, no doubt about it. But the major questions really is extremes. The important point is how far, how much. You know, it's not that it's going to cost money. We know it's going to cost money, but how much, right? We know we're going to pay our taxes, but how much taxes, right? And you know, I'm all for paying taxes. That's not Daniel's issue. That's not Superdan's issue. The issue is how much, right? There's something that recently passed, which is lifting taxes on necessity items, primarily towards females, and we're talking about tampons. We're talking about these things that are female related but are kind of necessary, quote unquote. And maybe they are. I don't know. I'm not female. But the point is that this thing passed to not tax those. Well, that was about $6 to $7 million a year that the Nevada state collected. Remember, Nevada does not have a income tax. Okay, that is $7 or $8 million that the government of Nevada, of the state government, will not collect. Do you think they're just going to eat that? No, they're just going to make it up in another way. But I'm all for lifting taxes. But you know, let's just be realistic about this. It's just going to come another way. You know, these gender taxes. It's interesting to see where this is going to go. where there's going to be certain things that men buy and certain things that women buy, and now politicians are going to rah-rah-ree on certain items that are just not going to be taxed because it's just a necessary item. Maybe phones pretty soon will be a necessary item. The United Nations say that having internet access or having a cell phone is now should be a right, not a privilege. And I wonder if they're going to lift taxes on those. I don't know. But it's interesting to see where that's going to go. Reading the tea leaves, and I honestly think this, is that in the future, I think we are going to slide towards more of a socialist state, for good or for ill. Because I feel that the population is not getting any smaller, it's getting larger. Population of the United States just goes up and up and up and up and up. As the population increases, the need for programs gets higher and higher. Also, as we get more and more unskilled workers and people that can't, for whatever reason, support themselves, they're going to be looking towards Uncle Sam to help them out in the future. I also think that robotics, and machines are going to be starting to take over what used to be middle class jobs, factory work, things of that nature. Hopefully not dealing, but I see that happening too, but not in my lifetime. But I think machines are going to be slowly taking over this stuff as businesses start to downsize their workers more and more, fewer and fewer. Well, the people that are out of work and can't get work are going to need to be taken care of somehow, right? So we'll see. Cradle to grave government. Live by the sword, die by the sword, right? But we'll see. That's a discussion we can have in about 30 to 40 years. So I'm working towards the middle. We'll be right back, and I'll give you some final thoughts on the Illusione Cruzado Elitas cigar. Yeah. My cherry just fell out. I know what you're thinking. I'm talking about the cigar, the middle of the cigar where the heat is, where the combustion is. It fell out. I was able to save it though. If your cherry ever goes out, smoking the cigar, all right? Set it down, let it go out, blow out. Take your finger, get out the ash, and just light it as you would normally light a cigar, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be able to save the cigar. Yeah, I saved it. If you don't save it, trust me, you will know, because it'll taste like ash. ASH. But I was able to save it. Still about a medium strength. Not full body by any sense of the imagination. But I'd say it's a medium to medium plus right now. So very good, very tasty. Getting those leather floral notes. At this point, I guess we might as well go through the numbers and call it a day. I first want to thank you all for watching Dealing in the Desert, watching Superdan, watching my cigar reviews. This is cigar review number 10. Can't believe we reviewed 10 already. At the end of the year, we're gonna go through these and figure out what our cigar of the year is gonna be. That's gonna be exciting. And there may be a few more reviews. I know there's going to be at least one more review before the year's out. Anyways, the price. I think the price is about right on for this quality of a cigar. It's about $9 a cigar, maybe a little bit expensive, a little bit more than it probably should be about $8 cigar, but the price is, I think, somewhat reasonable. 3.9 stars for the price. 3.9 stars. The taste has been very good. I haven't noticed a lot of changes. I thought reading this review that this cigar would go through a lot of flavor changes. Excuse me. It hasn't. But the taste has been nice. It's been nice. So I'll give the taste also 3.9 stars. The construction has been all right. Like I said, the cherry fell out of this cigar. I had to relight it. I had to fix the burn line a little bit, but once I fix those things, it's going on just fine. So I'll give that 3.9 stars. So overall, this cigar gets 3.9 stars, which is not bad out of 5. Out of the Superdan 1 to 5 star scale, it gets 3.9 stars overall. Not bad. Smoke output, solid. Look. Good smoke output, right? Right? The draw has been solid. And there you go. So that is the Illusione Cruzado Elitas. Please, if you haven't already, and I know some of you haven't, subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click the thumbs up. Comment down below. I love to hear your comments. I just got one saying that they loved the Isla del Sol, which is great. You know, that's good to hear. It's a good cigar. I enjoy it. It is a mild cigar. It is a sweet coffee cigar. But it's surprisingly very good. And please support the channel via PayPal with this email address. It goes a long ways towards paying for these cigars, paying for the equipment, paying for all the stuff that I have to do to keep this show running. Also shows support. Superdan would appreciate it very much. You will be on the Wall of Fame, the Superdan Wall of Fame. Hall of Fame, Wall of Fame. You will be on it. Trust me. Yeah, you'll be on it. So, I guess that's it. So the videos coming up is going to be what these darn cigars are for the cigar tasting challenge that lasted forever. I think a good idea is to get cigar tasting challenges that don't have to last forever. Maybe like just pair 2 or 4 cigars. Compete with 4 cigars or compete with 2 cigars. Maybe the Ashholes will do that in the future. I don't know. That's just a suggestion. I think it lasted a little long, but I enjoyed it. Cigars were good, -2. The other 6 cigars were great. It was only a total of 8 cigars, but since it was a bracketed format, it was a total of 14 shipped cigars. And we'll do a video on the Crowned Heads 4 Kicks Maduro Limited Edition 2016. Is that 18 or... Oh, it's 18. Sorry. The 2018 Crowned Heads 4 Kicks Maduro. Cheers. Whether you think you can or can't, you are right. And I saw that quote at my daughter's school. One of the teachers posted it on the wall. I couldn't believe it. One of my favorite quotes. Whether you think you can or can't, you're right. Henry Ford. And take care of each other. Be good to each other. That's what life is all about. And Be well. Catch you later. Cheers.